I got you on my mind, yeah.
So I got myself a new bag of coffee recently. It's really cool. It tastes delicious. It's by this hip new startup that grinds the coffee exactly how you want, roasts the coffee exactly how you want. It is fair trade, it is sustainably grown, It's quite expensive, but all these things, it's totally worth it. Coffee without the guilt of all the problems of capitalism. They Live is a 1988 film where this main character, John Nada, he is a homeless trekker and he's walking around in California and he sees an abandoned church. And in that abandoned church, he finds a big cardboard box. And inside the box, he finds a bunch of sunglasses. So he takes his sunglasses and he goes into the bustling city of California and he wears the sunglasses. And what he sees completely shocks him. Everything around him, when he wears the sunglasses, becomes black and white, completely monotone, and every piece of commodity that he sees turns into a single line of words. So when he sees an advertisement, it becomes consume. When he sees money, it becomes this is your God. It's quite incredible. You have to watch the movie. Slavoj Žižek, a Slovenian philosopher, and my daddy calls these glasses the glasses of ideology. He says that these glasses break down the ideology of those commodities to its most pure form. So, the ideology that John Nada was living in was capitalism, the same that we are in. An ideology can be termed as a set of ideas and facts and beliefs that come together to form a way of life or a political theory. So, the ideology of capitalism is seen all around him when John Nada is looking through the glasses. So, what is going to happen if I see this bag of coffee with the glasses of ideology? Freaky. So, why did it say shut up and consume? That was so aggressive. I thought the product was a good thing, right? Uh, to understand why, we need to understand the concept of bourgeois philosophy. So, bourgeois philosophy can be defined as particular way of doing philosophy that is first world chauvinist, idealist, individualist, and uncritical of bourgeois liberalism. So basically, it tries to solve the problem but doesn't actually solve the problem. The problem is basically happening because of a status quo. So, climate change or worker exploitation is happening because of capitalism. You cannot solve a problem of capitalism by actually pushing more capitalism on you. That is what this coffee bag of coffee is doing. Yes, the methods in which the coffee is made and sold is very good, but still we are accepting a system that is inherently bad for all these causes. That is what bourgeois philosophy does. It makes us feel guilt free about a huge system by just consuming a very small thing. And the consumption is not for everyone, it is quite expensive. Only a few privileged people can actually consume a kind of solution that only a few privileged people can actually access. So, it's not really a solution for worker exploitation or climate change. It does not really solve the problems of capitalism. It just gives a few privileged people the kind of guilt free experience of enjoying it. Bourgeois philosophy can also be seen in a few more things. Slavoj Žižek, the philosopher we talked about earlier, thinks political correctness is also a form of bourgeois philosophy. Yes, words are powerful, words can hurt, but Slavoj Žižek claims that the tendency to zero in on political correctness as the cure for social inequality will make us completely miss the structural issues. We can see an example of bourgeois feminism or bourgeois philosophy in India with the two lawyers who fought in the landmark case of 377. Arundhati Kaju and Menaka Guruswamy are now pushing the fight to legalize same-sex marriage in India. How can this be a bourgeois philosophy, you might ask? In India, marriage is an institution to propagate caste purity. We have seen several instances of marriages that are happening outside of their caste and ending up in honor killings and absolute brutal violence. Without addressing the amount of violence that is used to propagate such an institution of marriage, we cannot meaningfully discuss same sex marriage in India. Not only that, same sex marriage isn't what Indian LGBTQ plus people are asking for. What most people are asking for is to live a life without shame and discrimination. Same sex marriage does not provide that. Furthermore, the push for same sex marriage sidelines such important issues because the push for same sex marriage is seen as more important. The fact that same sex marriage will only benefit a small slither of the privileged section of India is very evident with this. That is why a lot of LGBTQ activists have been vocally against this push to legalize same sex marriage. I have linked a video of an Instagram live hosted by VQueer in the description where you can understand more about this. Bourgeois philosophy addresses problems without actually solving the problem for a large sect of people. It only helps a small privileged class to keep the status quo intact. Bourgeois philosophy is activism without any action. Quoting Maximilien Robespierre, the French revolutionary, citizens, do we want a revolution without a revolution? Think about other examples of bourgeois philosophy and comment it below if you want. Share this video if you liked it, and thank you.